السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. Hello everyone, this is the Liquidity Club by Ahmed Shawi. Today is Sunday, the 2nd of February 2025. I know that the timing of the weekly review is a bit late. It's at 6 p.m. and it's almost 7 p.m. yeah, New York time. And the market has already started trading. Like this candle here is Monday's trading here. We just opened recently and price just traded up higher, as you can see. So anyway, enough with all of that. Let's just jump into the weekly review and discuss it. Last week, as you can see, price has swept sell side liquidity here of this week and pretty much respected the BISI right there, the midpoint of that BISI. And then traded up higher. Going to next week, which is this week here, this candle. I'm looking for this candle to expand up higher, taking out the buy side liquidity right there. Going to the daily time frame chart. Sorry if my voice isn't clear, but I've been sick for a few days now. Anyway, so we have these relative equal lows here, right there. Price has formed a low here and then cleared everything out right there with these two candles right there. And then we've seen some reversal here, running up higher. Price gapped up and opened up higher, and it just means pushing up higher here. We have this as a bullish breaker if price wants to retrace, and we have a favorite gap here. So Tuesday might form the low of the week here. This is Monday, by the way. Like this is just recently that was formed. So that's gonna be pretty much it for the XY. I'm looking for high prices attacking this price liquidity right there. Going to Euro USD, also known as the fiber. This is I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, the same thing is mentioned for DXY, but it's diametrically opposed for Euro USD and Pound USD because it's an inversely correlated market. If DXY is running up higher, we will be expecting Euro USD to run down lower. So Euro USD is wanted to run down lower here. We're looking at this side liquidity right there that we've already, if you see this side liquidity, we've already rated that side liquidity right there. But price wants to run this low one more time. Going to the daily time frame chart, price swept the buy side liquidity here and then broke below this low. So this is a market shift to the downside. Any retracement of higher will give us the opportunity to be a seller attacking and targeting this low here as a means of withdrawal liquidity. That's gonna be pretty much it for this. That's gonna be pretty much it for Euro USD. Going to Pound USD, also known as the cable. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. For Pound USD, we have this low and this low. We have relative equal lows. I'll be looking at these as means of targets. This is gonna be my inversion favorite gap. So when we close below it on a daily basis, I'm looking for it for the low of the inversion favorite gap and the midpoint of it, which is the midpoint right there, or the low, be treated as means of resistance. You can see that the low in a close proximity, we have this low here right there. So this candle's high and this candle's low, which is the inversion favorite gap low. There's pretty much good influence there that price if it traded and closed on daily basis below that inversion favorite gap, I'll be expecting it to be treated as resistance if it trades back to it in the future. So going to the daily time frame chart, retracement to the favorite gap and extension here above that favorite gap to the midpoint of the weekly time frame. You can see in this premium wick, price traded to the midpoint of it. Right there, the bodies are respecting it and then trade down lower. We have this means of inverted favorite gap as well. If price close below it here, well, this is Monday by the way. Actually, this is Sunday evening, sorry. So if price close below it here, we'll be expecting it to be treated as resistance if price trades back to it in the future. That can pretty much push price down lower towards this side right there. So I'm pretty much looking for longs on the XY, looking for shorts on USD and Pound USD this week. I'm looking for price to just pretty much trade towards this low here. And then if price trades to these lows, I'll be out of the markets and I'll be waiting for next week to pretty much look at the markets again and look for any opportunities going to next week. But for this week, looking for shorts targeting these lows here. But and also because these lows are as well as a relative equal low with this low right there. You can see on the weekly time frame chart right there. So that's gonna be the budget for pound USD going into ES. Here I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. There's nothing to be said about ES. We're pretty much doing just in consolidation for the past almost 2 months here. We're pretty much in a range. We've been taking out lows, we've been taking out highs, and we're just in the midpoint here. By the way, this is price just opened right there. This is like a new week opening gap here. So price, this is a new week opening gap. So if and we're actually trading, if looking at this low to this high, that's a dealing range. We're pretty much at the midpoint or the equilibrium of that dealing range, and we never trade when price is at equilibrium. We wait for price to hit one of the ranges, either the high or the low, and we pretty much look for footprints if price wants to continue in that direction, or if it want to reverse and at least trade to the equilibrium of that range again. So when we traded and taken out the buy side liquidity right there, we'll be looking, okay, this is the low, and this is the potential high. I'll be looking for price to trade down lower to the midpoint, which is going to be the equilibrium, which happens to be the low of this candle. So going into last week, price has opened right there, read it up higher, read down lower, taking out the system right there, which would be your target, and then retrace and close right there. So that's how you're going to be trading when you're trading in ranges, which is the case here in ES. Going to the daily time frame chart, it's pretty much just consolidation. We gap down lower here. So price would want to revisit the gap sometime during the week. So we also actually took out the sell side liquidity as well. So just looking and working with what the market has given us, we have recently came from targeting the buy side liquidity. So the buy side liquidity has been hit. So we'll be looking for the mid or any favorite gaps in the middle of the range. So any favorite gaps will be this favorite gap, and we have this volume balance here. I'm gonna be looking for price if it wants to hit or pretty much trade to. We have actually price is traced into this volume balance and liquidity void, so I'm not pretty much resisting that. I want to see it being traded to, but I'm looking at this volume balance here that I want to see price pretty much trades towards it. And if it wants to pretty much run down lower, taking out this sell liquidity, that's gonna be alright. But my main target here is this volume balance right there. And I'm not gonna be going on over the idea why I'm choosing it this way, the the volume balance. I know people will be saying that you have to choose the volume balance like this or like this, but I'm not gonna go over like how you pretty much plot the volume balance properly. So that's gonna be pretty much it for ES. Going to NQ here, I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. The same thing is being mentioned about NQ. Sorry, we're pretty much in a range. Actually, since November last year, it's just in a range. Actually, in the last 2 months here, you can see from this high to this low here, we're not taking any sides out of these two. From this high to this low, so this is a leading range right there. Once we take, which I'm expecting is like taking out the range low of this dealing range, and then we'll be looking for price if it wants to trace into the range, mid of the range, looking for any internal range liquidity as means of withdrawing liquidity, or if it wants to run up higher, taking out the buy side liquidity as a means of an external range liquidity. So going to the daily time frame chart, we're looking here, price has traced into this volume balance and liquidity void right there. Um, and price has gapped down lower as you can see here. So I'm looking for price if it wants to run down lower, take out the sell liquidity here first, and then retrace into the new week opening gap to pretty much make the market efficient. So if I was the one who's controlling the markets, I would be pretty much just pushing price down lower here, taking the sell liquidity right there, and then anytime during next week, I'll be retracing it towards the new opening gap here as means of a drawn liquidity right there after we take out this is liquidity right there. So that's gonna be pretty much it for this weekly review. I really hope you found this one insightful. Until I talk to you next time, be safe. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.